Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. This first T20I is going to begin. Let's get into this preview. This match will be taking place at the Baramati Stadium in Cuttack, where three T20Is have been played prior to this one. The stats are as follows. Batting first is yielded 1 win, batting second is yielded 2 wins. The average first innings score being 140, the average second innings score being 111. But I think that's a misleading stat, and I will clarify on that shortly. The pace economy being 6.72, spin economy 7.74. That too has been inflated by a couple of expensive overs. The wicket split being pace 23 and 14 for spin. The reason why I'm saying the second innings stat is misleading is because India scored 180 against Sri Lanka in the first innings. Sri Lanka were bowled out for 87. In 2015, India were bowled out for 92, South Africa chased it down 96 for 4, so the second innings score is lower. And at this venue, it aids the seamers and the spinners, and I think it would be tough to bat in both innings, but I think if India win the toss, they should look to bat first. And now on the playing 11s, well, I'm going to suggest two 11s for India. One, how I would go, and second, how I think they would go. On my 11, it'd be Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Yitesh Sharma, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Kuldeep Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Varun Chakravarti. And Shubman Gill, I think, is fit. However, we saw a few months ago in the series against Bangladesh, the series against South Africa, Sanju Samson scored 3 centuries if you combine both of them. And I think the team combination, the balance was better when you had a player Sanju Samson's quality. I'm not saying Gill isn't a good player. I'm saying especially since he keeps as well, you had the class player that Sanju Samson is, and you had a keeper there. Whereas since Gill is back, then you've had to switch that around, which is why I think they should revert back to the previous combination. And Ritesh Sharma or Shivam Dubey, according to me, Shivam Dubey's best position is at 4 and 5, depending on the situation. At number 6, we've seen for CSK as well, when he's walked out too late, he has struggled. I think Ritesh Sharma is more suited to that latter role. And I would play Arshdeep Singh ahead of Arshit Rana, but they wouldn't. And according to their 11, what they do, Shubman Gill would play. Therefore, you've got to play Ritesh Sharma number 6 because he's your only keeping slot. And then they would play Harshit Rana. So that's the difference between mine and their 11. And now going to South Africa, I know they won't select this way, but I have gone with an 11 which I think is practical. This being Aidan Markram, Quinton de Kock, Stuart Brevis, David Miller, Tristan Stubbs, Donovan Ferreira, Marco Janssen, George Linder, Corbin Bosch, Keshav Maharaj, and Rick Nokia. They will play Lungi and Giri, and I think it would weaken that bowling. I don't think a defensive bowler, especially on this kind of surface against this kind of India batting lineup, I don't think it would go well for them, but that's what they would do. And there's one thing I don't understand where I thought they'd moved on from Reza Henrik. He's a very good player, but I thought they'd moved on from him. Even in the SA20, he got sold at a lower price, given he's been playing for South Africa. And Matthew Britsker played in the ODIs, so I don't know why, and he's been doing well in T20s as well. I don't know why they couldn't have continued with him on this tour. I think Stuart Brevis has got a greater likelihood to start in the T20 World Cup, so I've gone with him at number 3. And with the bowling flexibility, 3 all-rounders, Marco Janssen, George Linder, Corbin Bosch, Anrik Nokia has returned from injury, and you've got the 2 spinners that I've said they should include in the subcontinent, and that would be George Linder, Keshav Maharaj. George Linder should have been part of the ODI side, but he's part of this side. Then you got Donovan Ferreira for spin, Stuart Brevis, and Aidan Markram. I think this gives them the maximum flexibility. If they play Lungi and Giri, then I don't think it's going to go well for them on the bowling front. And now on comparing the 11s, I would like to compare my 11, but I'm going to go with their 11 because I think that's what they would do. And if you're comparing the batting, India, you don't know who is going to walk out after the second or the first wicket falls. And I think there was a statement given that would be the case, and I don't think that's the correct thing. For South Africa, you don't have that, and despite India have got good names, I think South Africa have also got the names and they know where they'll be batting, so I've gone with them. And the fast bowling, apart from Bumrah, they play Harshit Rana, Hardik Pandya, whereas South Africa, I think they've got the better fast bowling. Where if they play Lungi and Gidi, then it may be mediated somewhat. But the reason why I still think India would win this match is because Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah, will South Africa's batsmen be able to handle that on a tough surface? I don't know, which is the reason why I've gone with India to win this match. Let's see what happens. If you enjoy this video, guys, subscribe, share, friends. This is my opinion.